We're going to turn now to someone who is actually getting involved in CBD. We have Jim Tonkin, the founder and president of Healthy Brand Builders. Jim, good to see you again.
Hey Brad, how are you, buddy? Great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you too.
Great to be seen, you know, at my age,
it is.
right?
Exactly. So you got a few things here.
I do indeed.
Yeah, got a few things I want to talk to you about, but why don't we start with what you brought on set here? You got Path Water.
I do.
Brand new bottle.
It is a new bottle, and we actually have a newer one coming, Brad, very shortly behind this one. Currently, we have this plastic cap which has an outfitment in it, so that it kind of makes a two-piece bottle out of it, even though the entire bottle is recyclable. Our new bottle has an aluminum cap on it, which you've seen before on many bottled water products. So it will look more uniform. It's a little more of a bullet finish. So it's just very sleek and great looking and fits the whole Path Water orientation.
You know, it's funny, I was literally getting ready to come up here and I saw the team, the founding Path Water team.
They're right behind us.
They're right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out. And, it's funny though, is getting involved with this brand and they kind of have this idea is like, we don't want to sell a ton of them. How do you manage something like that?
It's a great question, and we talked a lot at the board level about how to deal with that. The reality is that, there's, I think we're probably around 3.5 to 4 turns or reuses of the bottle based on our current numbers. And it's a little bit hard to kind of gauge that, Brad, but at the end of the day, our feeling was if we can take 4 bottles or 4.5 bottles of plastic out of the waste stream by having people refill this bottle 4.5 times, we're feeling pretty good about that. It's about sustainability and eco-friendliness and trying to get rid of single-use plastic.
It's a really admirable mission, too. And what else have we got here? What's this?
Well, this is a Cbd Dropper from a company called Ojai Energetics. You may have talked to them. I'm not sure.
I believe they were at our cannabis forum on Friday.
Oh, good. They were. Awesome. So I joined the advisory board of this company. The founder, Will Kleinden, is a pretty bright guy, and if you've spoken with him or you know anybody that has, he'll mesmerize you with his knowledge off the top. He knows. He really knows the industry. He's been in it since 2010. So they came to me a while ago, and I've kind of been skirting the CBD space, quite frankly.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Only because I watch the regulatory environment, and I have a pretty close relationship with the FDA and people around it. Now that Stephen Hahn just came in as the new FDA chief, hopefully the industry will get some direction and we'll be able to figure out if the FDA is going to allow this and cause problems or whether or not they're going to put their foot down and put the kibosh on CBD. Frankly, I don't think CBD is going back in the proverbial genie bottle anytime soon.
You know, it's funny. I think we spoke last year for a story around CBD, and you said at the time, this is June 2018, which in this world is a lifetime.
It's a lifetime.
But you said you think it's just a concept. It's a great concept, but it's still a concept. What's brought it now from concept to something that you want to get involved in?
Great question. The consumer. So, CBD has been around for a long time, and there have been plenty of entities that have come to the market over the last 5-6 years, particularly in topicals. And I don't know if you've ever had an ache or a pain where you've put a CBD cream on. The stuff works. Doesn't work for everybody. It's a little like glucosamine and chondroitin used to be for joint health. It works for some people, it doesn't for others. But from that whole orientation, the word continued to spread around CBD and the benefits. It's still a little bit scary relative to the ingestible space, mainly because the science is lagging relative to what is an efficacious dosage. And I'm very oriented towards making sure that consumers are protected. Right. So that's still an issue with me. This is a sublingual dropper that you can put a couple of drops underneath and you'll get 10 milligrams or so. And man, it goes right into your bloodstream.
Well, how do you feel about it as a beverage format?
I think it has tons of roadway, as evidenced by Life Aid, who I was going to have one of their bottles with me today, and cans. Unfortunately, they ran out of them. They came out with a limited edition of their CBD product. It sold out in like a week.
Yeah, I heard it was shorter than that.
Maybe it was shorter than that. I was talking to those guys just after lunch, and they're amazed. They had no idea. And by the way, they're doing it right. They have no structure function claim on the can at all. It just says CBD G, which is for grams, and or they have another nomenclature. I forgot what that one is.
They got 20 milligrams on there.
I think they have 20 milligrams, which somewhere around 20 to 25 seems to be what the manufacturers are and brand holders are actually using as their dose. But again, there's no clinical data around that. It could be 100 is a much better number, but it also could be 5 is a better number. We just don't know yet.
Yeah, well, you mentioned you're watching the regulatory space really closely. I mean, what do you make of the recent, it seems like the FDA kind of came down hard the other day.
So that was on synthetic CBD. And it did send a little rock into the shoe of a lot of people in the CBD space, frankly. We're going to see more of those rocks in the road, Brad, quite frankly. My sense is that with any emerging new category, you're going to find fits and starts, and companies will end up coming to the surface. They may not be the market leader. The market leader could end up falling. So you just don't know how that will work. A lot of it depends on the management and the company. Do they have a scientific advisory board, for instance? Are they reaching out to get help to make sure that what they're promoting to consumers is safe and reliable? Those things are all real important, and so I think the winner or winners in the category will come from that world.
And you're working with a few CBD companies, correct?
I actually just stepped into another advisory role with a company called Integrated CBD. It's integrated-CBD.
Okay.
They are currently the largest organic grower of hemp in the United States. They have a farm in central Arizona that's 15 square miles, and they have a portion of that planted now that just harvested their first harvest of hemp. And they think that they can harvest 3.5 times a year out of that same pit, if you will, because of the weather in Arizona. It's so temperate. We don't have snow or torrential rain, and 3.5 turns on a plot of land is doggone good in a year. So I think the issue for them right now is they also have an extraction side of the business, which is being built as we speak, and in February it's going to come online. It's overcapacitated right now. So I think people are excited about CBD, just like they were THC when they first started.
Yeah.
In the end, as long as consumers are banging the table, that's when we'll find out whether this is going to the end zone and the demand will be met by the suppliers in the field.
Excellent. Well, Jim, it's really exciting to see your change from just a year ago
Indeed.
to now, all this excitement. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Brad. It's my pleasure. Great to see you, my friend.
Great to see you again.
Thank you, buddy.
If you like this video, don't forget to hit subscribe. Ding the bell and you'll know when the next one drops.